Oh, hey, sorry, I muted myself. Let me try that again.
Okay, I'll stop video.
Okay, so let me try that again. Thank y'all for joining. And tonight we're going to be talking about accountability and utilizing the team page. I kind of told y'all in last week's call my vision for the team and how I want us to be more like one family versus me being like a head honcho and y'all just being minions. That is not at all how I want our team to run. I want you to feel comfortable posting on the team page and asking questions and reaching out to me. I don't want you to ever feel nervous about messaging me at all. It may take me a little bit to get back to your messages because I teach all day, but I want you to feel comfortable doing that. So part of that is going to be us kind of becoming one plexus or one team. And the team page and utilizing your team is a big part of that. So our team, as you know, I'm all your uplines, and then there's lots of y'all that signed up underneath me or signed up underneath someone that signed up underneath me. It does not matter. We're all one team and you're here to help each other. I always like to use the analogy, like think of a table that has 4 legs. If you don't have those 4 legs supporting each other, your table's going to be wobbly. If we have a team that is like, no, these people are on my team, they can't talk to you. These people are on my team, they can't talk to you and help you. I want to be the only one that helps them. That's not going to be a very strong table, and we don't want to be like that. We want to build each other up and help each other and make each other stronger and help each other on the journey. Some of my biggest helpers on this team are my sidelines, and sideline means that we don't have the same upline. We do have the same upline sometimes, but we are horizontal or whatever. Yeah, horizontal to each other. We don't help each other out financially at all. One of mine actually is right here. She's one of my friends from school. She is not on my team at all, but we talk about plexus all the time. She even gave me great ideas for the call tonight. So using your sidelines to help you out is huge in this business. They see something from a different perspective that you may not. So reach out to people on the team page. If you see someone posting in the team page that you think is funny or you think has the same personality as them, feel free to reach out to them and say, hey, I saw you on the team page, blah, 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 blah. And then talk to them, chat with them about whatever you need. Everyone is so kind on this team. I promise you they are not going to turn you away. So definitely use your sidelines for that. Another thing is your downlines. Everyone that is in your downline is on your team. So let's say, all of you are on my team, obviously. I like to reach out to everyone on my team. Now, I know that some people feel like that is overstepping. So I've heard a lot lately, and this is why I'm kind of addressing this, is, well, they're not my level 1. Can I talk to them? The answer is yes, because what you're doing is you're forming that relationship with this person and you're giving them another point of contact. So instead of them only feeling like they can reach out to their upline, they now feel comfortable reaching out to you too. I know that there's so many people that are not my level 1s that ask me random questions, and I love answering them. That shows me that they want to learn and that they want to grow. Another reason that it's great to make relationships with people in your downline that are not just your level 1 is because, let's say you have a level 3. They have a question, they ask their upline. The upline's at work. They don't get an answer. Maybe it's important, they're trying to sign someone and they don't get an answer immediately. What's awesome is that you're able to, oh, I know my next upline. I can also contact them. Oh, they're busy too. Oh, I can go up to the next upline and ask them. A great example is actually Lexi, who's on this call. I didn't have my phone on me. One of my friends was leaving town, so I was hanging out with her a little bit, and I put my phone away. And she messaged me. She messaged one group thread that I'm in with her on Facebook, and then she also messaged the same question to another group thread. So she asked 3 different resources, and not everyone was able to get to it in all of them, but someone in one of those threads knew the answer. So if she would have just asked me only, she would have been out of luck because she was trying to sign someone and she didn't know the answer to something. But she used her resources and she asked her sidelines. None of those people were in her downline. They were all her sidelines. She asked them for help and they were able to answer that question for her. So that's just one example of many of how using your resources and utilizing your team really helps you. Also, they give you support, they encourage you, they build you up. If you're feeling like you're on this little Plexus journey by yourself, you're probably not going to make it very far. But when you talk to people and they support you, you are going to feel like you're going to feel so empowered and that you have this big army behind you instead of you just standing out there on the field alone with people firing shots at you. Okay. So definitely do not be afraid to ask questions. Don't ever, 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 ever think my question's annoying. Guess what? If you have that question, someone else does too. So post it on the team page, ask your uplines, do whatever you need to do. Let's see here in minutes. Okay, next I'm going to talk about accountability. Accountability is a really huge piece. I want to talk about accountability partners. So what that is you kind of matching up with someone that you mesh with well. It could be your sideline, it could be your downline, it could be anyone, and y'all just holding each other accountable. So if you say, okay, I want to reach out to 5 people every day, your accountability partner can help you, and they say, did you reach out to your 5 people? Who are your 5 people? What did they say? What was their response? The answer, and kind of just have that conversation back and forth with each other, and so that you can, 1, support each other, 2, you know that someone's holding you accountable so that you're more likely to do it, and 3, they can help you troubleshoot. I know I have several threads going on in Facebook with several people, and we always help troubleshoot. I know that, like Laura, I'm just going to use her as an example because I saw her face earlier. She is really good about being like, hey, this girl has this. I'm thinking about reaching out to her. Does this sound okay? Or what would you change? And she'll even tell you. When she was trying to go Fast Start Gold and she was like sending me all these messages like, hey, does this sound okay? I'm like, hey, word vomit, delete about 3/4 of that and then send it. So people don't just luck into being successful. They ask for help. And the people that ask for help go the furthest in the company the fastest because they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're asking people who have already made those mistakes, and it's cutting that learning curve time. So versus you just trying to do it on your own and thinking, oh, I've got this. You have someone that can say, look, I did that. It didn't work. Why don't you try this because it worked for me. I know I am probably one of the most stubborn people that you'll meet, and the most, I would say, independent. I do not want help with anything. But finally, whenever I realized, why am I trying to do this stuff whenever these other people in Plexus are obviously successful, they know what they're doing, I just need to ask for help. I probably didn't ask for help from one person until I was about 9 months into Plexus. The moment I started asking for help, things started happening for me a lot faster because I was not having to go through that learning curve and making all those mistakes. So ask questions, ask for help. You will go far, and you will go far a lot faster. So the accountability thread on the team page, I want to talk about that too. I posted that today. I'm not sure if y'all saw that. I'm super excited about this. This is my idea. I had it kind of last night. And my idea for this is to, hold on, someone is not muted. Let me get that real quick. Okay, sorry. Okay, so my idea for this accountability thread, if you have not seen it, go on there. It says something like, when we stand alone, we're strong. When we stand together, we're stronger, something like that. So this is going to be an ongoing thread. And what it is we're going to post what we want to be held accountable for. Because some of you don't know each other. And so we're just going to kind of be each other's accountability partners. So we're going to put how many, yes, Laura, that was you and your dog. Sorry, she just messaged me. We're going to put how many people we want to contact a day. Now, the point of me doing just a recruiting one is because I don't want us to be focusing on lots of different things. I want us to focus on one thing and get good at it and get a lot of help with that, and then try and branch out versus trying to juggle a million things not very well. Let's do one thing well. So what's going to grow your business? Recruiting, whether it's recruiting customers or ambassadors. So on there, I want you to put how many people you want to contact a day. I've been in this business 15 months now. The number one way to be successful is to contact people. If people don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be successful because people are not going to know that you're even doing Plexus. How are they going to buy it from you? Okay, so I put on there that I want to be held accountable for contacting 20 people a day. Now, 20 is a lot. I will tell you, if you're going 20, you're probably going to add about 20 people in a month because that is a lot of cold contacts a day, or a lot of contacts in general a day. The reason I'm doing 20 is because I have a goal to go Senior Ruby this month. I've kind of shared that with you a little bit. So I need to contact about 200 people before the month is over, actually more than that. So that's what I need. If you are not wanting to do that, 3 to 5 is an awesome number for getting your business going and getting it going fast. 3 to 5 cold contacts a day, or contacting your warm market. So cold contacts are contacting people you don't know. Warm market would be easy, like your mom, sister, best friend, whatever. But put how many people you want to contact a day, and then we're going to hold each other accountable that every night you're going to go on there and say, I contacted this amount of people. And then what you can also do in there is say, hey, I want to contact someone that is really into fitness. I haven't talked to her in a while, but I think she would love the products. What should I say? And then people that are commenting in there will see that, and they'll go in there and say, hey, I contacted someone that's kind of same situation. This is what I said to them. So it's going to kind of help troubleshoot you and guide you through how to contact people. It's basically it's just going to be kind of an ongoing thread of support for contacting people, because I know that can be something that's a little bit difficult in the beginning. So, and then as we add ambassadors or whatever we do, we can just blow that thread up with like, oh, I added one today. Hey, I reached out to someone that I was so scared to contact, and they had such a great response. So really be interactive in this. I want this to be fun, not something that's like a pain in the butt, you know? So use it as a great resource. Again, utilizing your resources, use that as one. It's going to be great. So if you have a question about how to contact someone, post it in there and someone will answer it ASAP. You have a lot of really good cold contactors on this team. I promise you they will help you. And then the last thing that I kind of want to talk about that I think is the most important, honestly, is motivation within yourself. I've always heard, and it's so true, that you can inspire people, but you cannot motivate people. You can't make someone open up that computer and contact people. You can't make someone pick up that phone and call someone. You can't make someone follow up with someone. You can't make someone talk to that person in the grocery store line whenever you hear them talking about having headaches, you know, whatever the case may be. You can you can inspire them all day long. You can post your pictures of you with your Lexus, or you can post your pictures of, one I've gotten a lot lately just because it's happened recently is me retiring, and people get inspired by that. They do. They see that this is a real opportunity, and they feel that people are taking a hold of it. But what you cannot do is you cannot make people work. So you have to have that accountability with yourself. You have to ask yourself, how bad do I want this? How bad am I willing to work? How hard am I willing to work to make this happen? I'm not going to lie to you. There's times in my business where I have said, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. All those tomorrows turned into a month. And for a month, I hadn't contacted anyone. Guess what my business did? It was at a lull, and then it sunk. And then it was at a lull again, and then it sunk. And I had to ask myself, I had to really kind of look in the mirror and say, what is the problem here? Why am I not being successful? It's me. I was stopping to do the activity that I needed to do to be successful. I stopped holding myself accountable. I stopped contacting those 3 to 5 people that I said that I was going to contact every day. Life is busy, but guess what, y'all? It's never going to slow down. There's always going to be a recital you have to go to. There always is going to be a grocery store trip. There's always going to be a dinner to attend. There's always going to be a birthday party, a bridal shower, a wedding, whatever the case may be. Life is not going to slow down and make time for your Plexus business. You're going to have to make time for your Plexus business and make that a priority if you want it to work. It's just what has to be done. I'm not saying this to be like work, drill sergeant, but I think sometimes you kind of have to have a reality check with yourself and say, I'm not going as fast as I want to. Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And you know what? If you're happy with the pace you're going, that's totally fine. There's people that are like, I just want to get my products for free. They don't need to contact that many people a day. But for me, I have a big goal. I'm not going to get to Senior Ruby this month by sitting on my hiney and expecting y'all to do everything for me. That's not going to happen. I figured out I need to contact this many people a day, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to work it like I'm doing it on my own. And if my team helps me, that's incredible. And I know y'all are going to help me, so I really appreciate that. But you see what I'm saying? You have to figure out what is your why in this business? Why are you doing it? And what sacrifices do you have to make, and what work do you have to put in to make that happen? Maybe you need to really ask yourself, am I following up with people like I should be? Am I contacting people like I said I would be? Am I being good customer service to those people? You know, ask yourself those questions. And those really are the hardest ones to ask. I know that for me, it was very easy when my business lulled to kind of blame everyone but myself, say, well, this isn't happening, or the people aren't answering back, or, you know, that person's just stringing me along. They've been telling me they were going to buy from me for 6 months and they haven't. You know what? Who cares? They don't want to buy from you. Go to someone else that will. There's like what, probably 8 billion people in the world now. I promise you, you're going to find people that are going to want to buy Plexus. So don't wait on others to make the business happen for you. You have to make it happen for yourself. So I definitely would say that accountability with yourself is one of the really hard things that you need to do, but one of the most important. And speaking of accountability of yourself, I'm going to post in the team page tonight a great document that is an IPA document. What that means is income producing activity. And so it's going to give you a list of things to do every day that's going to grow your business. So it's going to say, it says something like contact, I don't remember what it says, like 3 new people, follow up with 2 either current customers or 531. I'm sorry. Is it 5 new contacts? Okay, sorry. It's 531. It's 5 new contacts a day. So that could be calling your mom would be 1, calling your sister would be 1, and then let's say like 3 cold contacts. So 5 new contacts a day, following up with 3 of them. So following up could be with customers, making sure, hey, are you doing okay? How's your product going? Do we need to troubleshoot you? It could be following up with someone who you have been talking to about Plexus that has not pulled the trigger yet. So telling them, hey, I saw this testimony and just thought of you. I'm going to follow up with you in a couple days and see what you thought, or sending them a product video or whatever the case may be. Or let's say with the special going on right now, I would personally contact everyone I've ever talked to about Plexus and say, hey, we have this special going on right now. I wanted to let you know because I knew that you're interested. Can I give you details? And I always end with a question so that they can either say yes, no, or it kind of gives them an easier way to answer. So that would be the follow-up. And then the 1 would be personal development. So it would be you contacting one of your ambassadors and helping them with personal development or developing yourself. So the 1 is kind of like training, either training one of your ambassadors, or if you don't have an ambassador, train yourself. So 531. And I will post that document in the team page because it kind of gives you details. And then I had a little quote. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Okay, Sunday planning. So for very busy people, this is what I've found have worked the best for me. Sunday is usually people's like chill day where you watch your shows, whatever, catch up on Netflix, whatever you do. What I do is I sit down with a notebook and I write down everything that I want to accomplish that week with Plexus. So let's say contact 30 people, follow up with all current customers and ambassadors, do follow up Friday. I need to check on this person's backup order. I need to contact everyone about their auto ship, whatever the case may be. And then as the week goes, I have a list to go off of. Because if you sit down after a long day of work, most people on here have another job. If you sit down after a long day of work and open your computer and don't have a plan, this is what you're going to do. Scroll through Facebook, scroll. Oh my gosh, I've wasted 3 hours. Now I'm not done one thing with Plexus. That's what I do, and that's what you do too. Everyone does it. We all do the same thing. If you don't, I see you laughing, Allie. If you don't have a plan, nothing's going to get accomplished. But guess what I do now? I don't even scroll through my news feed until I've gotten my stuff down. So if I have a list, I'll go through and I'll say, how many things can I accomplish before I get burnout? And I will go through and I'll say, message these people. I go log into Facebook, I go straight to Messenger, and I start doing my cold contacts. I don't scroll through one newsfeed thing until I cold contact people whenever I sit down at night and actually work my Plexus. I don't check on whatever's going on. I don't watch junk TV. I don't do whatever until I have my IPA, my income producing activity for Plexus done. Someone's messaging. So that's definitely what I would encourage. The biggest mistake I've made, the biggest time waster that I've seen across this network or this company is people just scrolling and wasting that time. So definitely make a plan of action. When you have a plan of action, I promise you, you'll be shocked how much you can get done whenever you have a plan. And then let me see what this says. Okay. Okay, and Allie said something really great. This is about contacting people. Sorry, people are messaging me. If you didn't know you can do that, you can. Allie's like a magician with her words. She's awesome. And she said, as far as contacting people and following up about the special, she said, hey, I just wanted to let you know about this great special we have with Plexus right now. I remembered we talked about how you struggled with yada, yada, yada. Let's say how you struggled with energy and thought about how beneficial the Slim would be for you. And then say like the product name. So say what they told you that they wanted help with, and then say the product that would help. And what's really awesome about that, and she's so right, you're asking permission to share Plexus with them. You kind of brought it to their attention. You told me that you needed this, and I'm just letting you know that I can help you out with the deal. So you're like turning the ball in their court. So y'all, I swear, Allie's like a magician with her team, with her words. She's going to be on a call soon about that. So that's a really great way to say it. Say, I know you, and Plexus yada 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 would help with that. And we have a special right now, so you can get started on those products for cheap. You know. And then let's see. Laura said she's asking how you can contact people without scaring them off. Okay. I'm gonna say a little bit about this. I used to be, when I cold contacted people, very like methodical about stuff. It was ridiculous. I'm an English major, so I edited the crap out of everything in college. And what I would do is I found this template somewhere online about how to contact someone. And it literally was like, say this, insert these words, insert name here. And it was like a template. I sent that probably to like 200 people when I first got started, and I got very little response. And the reason is because it was so impersonal. It was not me at all. It was like reading a textbook. It was horrible. So now what I do when I contact people, I'm literally like, hey girl, how you doing? I know this is super random, but I don't know if you've seen all my Plexus posts. I'm sure you have, because I blow Facebook up. Haha. Like, say, just make it very me. I have been thinking about you a lot lately, and I had to reach out to you because I know you'd love these products. I really thought about you because, and then I say the reason why, like, girl, I know that you're a mom of 3, and I don't even have kids, and I'm dog tired all the time. So I know that you could probably use some extra energy. And then I'll usually say, like, the products have really helped me get off of caffeine completely. So I know that's been a huge part of helping me with getting through the day without taking naps. Again, like, you've just really been on my heart. And so I just had to share with you. I'd love to give you more information or whatever. I would literally just speak to them like I'm going to speak to them in person. Kind of the motto I go by now is, if I'm not going to say it to them in person, I'm not going to cold contact them about it. So just talk to them like you're going to talk to them in person. The more real you are, the better response that you're going to get. Let's see what Allie says. Let's see what the magician says. Okay, yeah, like build rapport with them for sure. Allie, do you wanna hop on for a second and give your little input on that? If you don't, that's okay. I'll unmute you. So.
Okay.
Are you on?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You want to give like a little, like, how you contact people, because you're really good.
I have a very big formula. Can you? I feel an echo.
Let me turn myself up. You're good.
Okay. So, I definitely reach out to them, just like Rachel said, by just building that rapport with them, just saying, hey, you know, I know you're a mother, or I know you're a teacher, I'm a teacher, I know you're tired, and then just kind of ask those questions. So I guess my formula is, number 1, build rapport. Number 2 is you start asking discovery questions. So you kind of try to get a little better idea of what their lifestyle is like, and like what they're struggling with. Like, oh, or do you sleep well at night, or just random things like that. And you don't have to say like, well, hey, are you active? Or, you know, do you sit on your butt all day? No, like, you can just be like, what do you like to do for fun? Do you like to go hiking or jogging? Like, and you can kind of get an idea of what kind of lifestyle they lead from there. So after those discovery questions, you get a better idea of what their needs are. After their needs, you can start adding value to the product. So, hey, you know, you told me you're a teacher. I bet you're really tired. So I just want to mention, you know, Plexus Slim is going to help you with that extra energy. It's not any caffeine. It's all natural. And then you always, like Rachel was saying, you tie it back to you. You mentioned you were tired. You mentioned, or you can't sleep. You mentioned you don't go to the bathroom, whatever. And then from there, just the biggest thing is you don't ask permission for the sale. Because you can go really smoothly and be like, hey, yeah, Plexus, blah, 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 blah. And you're super excited. And then you get in that awkward moment of, so do you want it? And that just doesn't work. That does not work. Okay. So you definitely have to just come up with what we call a black and white question. So like you say, hey, did you want to try the accelerator this month or next month? Or should we go preferred or retail? Like, you make the assumption that they're going to buy it. One, people are going to be like, oh, okay, we're doing this. Got it. And two, it shows that you're that much confident in the product.
Thank
That's
you.
what I feel.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing. And I'm telling you, it's like, it really does work because it is awkward. It's awkward for them to be like, okay, so what do I do? People want you to take the reins and tell them what to do. You know, they don't want to be like, well, so how do I order? So if you're like, okay, well, how are we going to do this? Then I've started doing that since Allie told me, and it's been amazing. So I hope that helps them. I'm going to go ahead. We only have like 10 minutes. So if anyone has a question, you can unmute yourself. I hope that really helped. But a few things I really want y'all to take away is really utilizing the team page, really utilizing your uplines and downlines, any level. It doesn't matter who you reach out to. Reach out to anyone that you have kind of trust with, and I promise you they will help you. And then the third thing is that accountability link, or that accountability post. Y'all go in there after this and tell me what your goals are. Tell me what you want to be held accountable for, and we will help you kind of keep up with it. You need that. You need that accountability. I need it. You need it. I promise you, when you have someone keeping you accountable, you are going to do so much better in this business, and you are going to boom so much faster. Think about going to the gym. I know we have some people in here that go to the gym together. When they're not with you, you probably don't work quite as hard as you do when they are with you, because it's competitive. You want to challenge. You don't want to be the one that's losing. It's not fun, right? I mean, I know whenever I go to the gym by myself, I get on the elliptical for like 10 minutes. I'm like, okay, bye. But if my friend's there and they're like, let's go do weights, I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure as heck not going to sit here on the bench while she lifts weights. I guess I'll go lift them. Okay, so really, I would love for you to participate in that this month for the rest of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and mute y'all. If y'all have any questions, feel free to just shout them out. Other than that, if you do not, thank y'all so much for getting on, and I will see y'all next week for the team call.
So let me just add one more thing to that, Rachel.
Girl.
With the whole, like, being afraid of contacting people, like, you may get some rejection at first, but that's okay, because ultimately you're planting seeds for the long run.
Yes, that is so true. Very true. And I promise you, they will all come out of the woodwork at one time.
Yeah, because they'll at least start following you. You already talked about Plexus. They'll start seeing more of your Plexus posts. It's like when someone puts something in your head, you notice it more. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what happens.
So true. It's like that movie where they see the number 22 all the time. Then he like clicks on that and makes all that millions of dollars. Subliminal messages.
Yes.
Really good. Does anyone else have any questions?